Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. We have our first casualty. The Christmas cactus has lost a member. So now it is time to take matters to the next level. BTI. BTI is a biological bacteria. It is, yes, used to kill mosquitoes, but also controls fungus gnats. So let's explain how this is going to go down. We're going to put a layer of these mosquito bits across the top of the soil. And what that will do is that every time these plants get watered, and can you see the gnats? Are they showing up on the camera? Every time that this gets watered, that bacteria will seep down into that earth and it will destroy the gnats. However, this is not an Audrey 2 update, but concerning the pruning that took place with Audrey 2, now that she is being fed and she is growing and she is healthy, I was informed that any place where these leaves have been removed, leaves will not grow back on those nodes. What those nodes will do, however, is grow roots. So with that being said, in our Pothos experiment, there was no need for all of this Pothos to be above the ground. The amount of Pothos required to be above the ground is very minimal. So what I'm going to have to do is remove that top layer of unnecessary earth on experiments 1 and 3, and then bury as much of this as possible. And I could be wrong, but I believe that I'm seeing roots begin to grow on here. Again, these feel very healthy, but look up at the top here. We already have 2 dead leaves and what looks like 2 new leaves. Oh, excuse me, 3 new leaves. And I could be wrong, but that looks like a new shoot. Well, with that being said, we're going to bury as much of these Pothos plants as possible. Unfortunately, for the winter garden in the Pothos experiment number 2, that means uprooting our celery and our ginger. And we're going to throw some mosquito bits down in there too. But with the winter garden, we're only going to go down to the point where we have that layer of those dead leaves. And as I've collected some more dead leaves, there'll be some more put down there as well. However, this one casualty from the Christmas cactus, this will be offered to the better kingdom as additional biological load and nitrogen source. And no, baby boy, that is not food. Leave it alone, baby boy. Leave it alone, baby boy. Thank you. So let's get to it, folks. Now that we have the Christmas cactus squared away, we're going to move on to experiments 1 and 3 first. We're going to wait to tackle experiment number 2. And for that, we're going to use an aluminum pan. We're going to dump out all that top layer of unnecessary layered or cover soil. Then we're going to put as much of the experiments inside of the pots and then recover them with the soil. Our goal is still to have a small plant sticking up out of the soil, but it will be very minimal, possibly 2 to 4 inches. Let's get to it. Okay, so just looking at experiment 3, we see that that top layer was not a lot of soil at all. In fact, that Miracle Grow supplement stick or whatever that I put down in there didn't even penetrate the entire new soil, new earth. So we're going to have to dig. So for the sake of time, folks, what we're going to do here is we're going to speed things up. And as you can see, I've already dug out as much of the earth as I thought was good, probably down to about 1 inch left in the pot. I then put as much of the vine as possible into the pot. And before covering it with earth, I put in a layer of that BTI, those mosquito bits. Once I then covered it with earth, I added that Miracle Grow feeding stick and then capped it off with a final layer of earth, some more BTI, and then that dead earth that was originally the cap for from the large pot in experiment number 2. I also used a chopstick as my trellis, a wooden chopstick, of course. And this is where we're going to cut things off. I want to thank you folks for joining me today. As always, remember that winners are not people that never failed, but people that never quit. So don't you ever give up. Don't you ever quit. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I'll see you in Pothos experiment update number 9. Be blessed, be safe, have a good one, folks.